What we do here is go back.
Hey, good people. How y'all doing today? Wanted to talk a little bit about anxiety because I know a lot of you guys are dealing with it, and I've had it heavy on my mind, and I just had a lot of good thoughts, and I've been trying to help people and help myself and yada 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 blah 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 blah. So I wanted to get on here and see if I can help some of y'all out, or at least let you know that you're not in this fight alone. So first things first, expect the best and stop thinking about the worst. We get these scenarios that we make up in our head, and honestly, guys, your anxiety is lying to you. Yes, there's things that happen. Life is not going to always be peachy keen, but at the end of the day, our minds are telling us things over and over and over again that just aren't necessarily true. And so we make up these things, and we think about, negative experiences. And then we're kind of wired to, it's easier for our brains to think negative thoughts. I learned that recently, and it was kind of interesting. I think I'm actually going to do a video about that because it does, anytime that you can understand yourself or your mind or whatever, how you act a little differently or a little better, then you can handle it a little easier. But I wanted to just bring forth some hopefully refreshing tips to try to get those negative thoughts out of your head. Of course, there's always prayer and self-care, and people always tell you, you just pray it away. Well, anyone that has dealt with anxiety on probably any level to where your mind is just racing constantly all day, or on a regular consistent basis, even if it's for a short period of time, we all know that prayer, yes, it's powerful. I strongly believe in the power of prayer, but it's not always instant, and it's just hard to deal with. It's just like anything else. If you lose somebody, prayer is good and it can help you, but it doesn't necessarily take that grief or that heaviness away. And so, there's other things that you can do in conjunction with praying that can hopefully help you out. So one of the things is self-care. We talk about that probably too much, but a lot of people don't understand that self-care should not be reactive. Self-care should be something that you're doing on a consistent basis. And it doesn't always look like your candles and your your candles and your baths and stuff like that. That's awesome. I love that type of self-care. But I was doing it the wrong way. I was doing it when I was already stressed out and, mind racing and going through all these things. Don't get me wrong, that is a great thing to do after, a long day or whatever the case may be. But self-care should be part of your everyday or consistent routine throughout the week. You can do stuff, obviously, like take a walk, you can read, you can meditate, you can rock it out in your car. I, for one, have had a lot of therapy sessions in my truck. And so, just taking, if you're busy, okay, take 10 minutes out your day. Because I guarantee you that if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook or whatever the case may be, you've scrolled at least 5-10 minutes or in combination for the day. So take some time out for you. You have to force positive thoughts in your head. And I know that sounds crazy, but like I said, the brain is just wired to think negatively, and it sucks. Actually, I have, let me see, what was it? I read something that was pretty interesting that they said about it. Yeah, so our bias towards the negative leads us to focus on more of the bad things, makes them seem more important than they really are. Won't go too far into it because I do want to talk about that in another video. But we have to learn to flip the negative into a positive. And it takes practice and routine. So it's not something, negativity can just pop in our mind and then we just continue to think about it. It just goes. And then positive thoughts, though, you have to physically force them in there. Also be careful what you're ingesting, whatever your eyes are seeing, people are saying around you, what we take in all day. We take in on social media, especially, we take in everybody else's problems and dramas and issues and opinions and all the current events with all the many thousands of opinions that we have on there, or that we're reading and seeing. And so we think we're going throughout our day, we're working hard, we're with friends, we keep good company, and we may even watch good TV shows or whatever, but there are things in our life that that we don't even realize that are impacting us. And so we wonder why we're so mentally drained or stressed out, and this is just in addition to regular everyday life, not to mention the added stress of COVID and schools and kids and just everything that has gone on. And then add to that, maybe, extreme life changes that you guys may face on an everyday basis. And so we go to these things like social media. It's just our go-to now. I mean, as soon as we pick up the phone, we're automatically on some type of platform, most of us anyway. And so not only that, but then you get on Facebook and you read all of these things and you're ingesting all of these issues and problems. It's just like energies. Like if you're around people with, just like negative energies, those energies can, kind of transfer or affect you. And so then we get on Facebook and then we go to Instagram or then we go to Snapchat and so we, long story short, we have all these things in our mind that are indirectly, or they are directly affecting us, but we don't realize it. And so, we wonder why we're all discombobulated or stressed out or whatever. Or so we have all these negative things in our mind. And so, we see all these, relationship problems, and then we start thinking about our relationships, or we see, people with perfect kids. Comparison. Oh my goodness. Let's not even talk about that. It's a whole nother segment. Comparison. Whew, that is a killer. I know most of you can probably relate. We compare kids, we compare parenting, we compare status, we compare businesses, successes. And so then we get on there and then we feel discouraged and we don't want to do our own stuff. So saying all that to say, be careful what you are putting into your body, into your eyes, into your ears, into your heart, into your mind, because our minds are already wired for fight or flight. Anything that we think poses like a risk or whatever, then our mind is automatically in like survival mode. And so since that's no longer really a physical thing anymore, all of our things are mental. So we say, if we say, oh, they're stressing us out or whatever the case may be, then like we can physically manifest that, like we're speaking that life into us. So instead of speaking the negative, speak the positive. Be more intentional with, I don't know if your thing is like writing in journals or, and I'm not saying you can go have a drink, you can, but don't, that's just, kind of like what I like to do to unwind, but you don't want to be dependent on those. Like if you smoke, if you drink, or whatever it is that you do, whatever your vice is, you don't want that to be an addiction, or you don't want that to become your crutch. You want to be strong on your own, because at the end of the day, you have to be able to do that without the help of a substance or a vice. People are great, and that's fine if, obviously we all have friends or those people that we go to that make us feel better when we are going through these things, but you still have to find your thing. You still have to train your mind to not think these things. And believe me, I know there's different levels. I may not deal with it as heavy as some other people do, and we talk about this like it's easy. It's not easy, but there are things that you can do. So some things you may try, may not work. don't be discouraged. Like, just get back up and try something else. You will find it. It's hard for our bodies to make habits out of anything. But if you continue to go, persevere, pray, keep trying new things, and then we evolve too. So some things that used to work may not work. Find what you need to find. And know that you can do it. You can get past this. And if you have to do it every second of the day, force that negative thought out. If you have to physically smack it out, like, not today. Affirmations are huge. Write them down, put them around your house, put them in your car. Share with somebody, or share an affirmation with somebody every day. It helps you to be accountable. Also, what I found is praying for somebody else, or praying for other people while you're dealing with these things or going through helps as well. So I didn't really want to make this too long. Hopefully you're still with me here. I just wanted to give you guys some pointers, of course, to help me not ramble. I write stuff down, but then I don't want to read it, so I'm all over the place. But y'all know me. Well, some of y'all know me. And if you don't get to know me, subscribe, like my videos so I can keep on keeping on. I'm going to do it anyway. Let me see if there was anything else that I missed. Oh, there's also people with, mainly women, but anybody that has like any type of hormones that are going up and down, like your menstrual cycle or medications or some type of thing that's going on in your body where you have your hormones are going up and down. Like, that's huge, because that does affect your emotions. Obviously, it affects your mood. Everyone knows that. But other factors for anxiety are also stress, lack of sleep, poor diet, your physical activity. And so, like, those may be no-brainers, but how often do all of us, like, wonder what the heck is going on with us, and we haven't done those 4 things, or however many I listed, and also medication. So one thing is, like, if you're taking birth control, for example, you can get one that may be like a pill. I'm just speaking on pills because I haven't taken any other ones, but birth control pills, there's different types. So, maybe take note. This is really important. Take inventory, and this will be my last thing. Take inventory of what's going on, or like a 30 to 60 day inventory. I'm getting ready to start doing that. And then mark down your mood each day. Obviously, for women that are going through their menstrual or menopause or whatever, you're probably going to see an increased mood swing or anxiety, or just something where you're just kind of like, obviously not feeling yourself. And then but I'm just interested to see the pattern. In 30, I would say do a 30 day, but I'm going to do a 60 day just to see if there's any difference in the patterns, just based on like maybe stuff that's going on, or maybe because the vitamin D and the sunlight is getting ready to come out. So I might be a little bit more happy in April than I am in March. I don't know. So do some inventory. That can help you once you're aware of how your mind thinks. With the factors that you can control, it can be very helpful and resourceful in how you can prevent it from happening. You have the control. Your anxiety is lying to you. Take back control, guys. You can do it. Other than that, I think that was it. Oh, yep. So that was it. Again, don't lean on your vices. Don't lean on anything that can fix and forget it. Take the action to do, just do the work, because you'll end up with better results. So other than that, guys, most of all, I don't want you to give up. I know it's tough, but you got this. You got this. You got this. And I'm right there with you. We're going to push through this together and make 2021 great, and whatever year it is that you're watching this. I love you all. It was great talking to you. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that like, and keep them coming. Mwah.